Mike, your linebacker core has another year of seasoning. How much growth have you seen out of that unit?
Well, since we last played, obviously in the playoffs, there's a little bit of growth. You always try to, when you get back out on the field, it's how much have they retained from a year ago, and it's an experienced group, a veteran group, so therefore you expect a little bit more out of them than a young group you would. So they've done a good job, and naturally we're already a couple weeks into having installed things, so they've done a good job with it. I'm pleased with it. I'm also pleased with the young players we've added. A couple rookies, a couple free agents. So there's good competition.
How beneficial is it to have an A.J. Klein and a Demario Davis who can kind of, walk these guys through and show them exactly what it is they need to be doing?
Well, not only those two that you mentioned, but also Craig Robertson, even Alex Anzalone, who's only second year in, but Alex is extremely intelligent. So that's a real benefit, especially if you're a young guy. What I think's kind of unique is that guys like Demario, AJ, and the rest of the group, they'll take guys aside that are young guys and kind of help them along and teach them some things. Well, those are the guys that are after their jobs. But yet they know that the team comes first, and so I respect that about him.
We saw Alex make some outstanding plays last year. Seems to have made a growth. Now, obviously, he got hurt in his rookie year, but last year seemed to be a nice, well-rounded year for him. How is his growth and progression coming?
I think it's come along well. Alex wears more hats than anybody else we have on or at least at the linebacker position. What I mean by that is he plays all three positions, and he'll practice at two of the three. A lot of times guys will back up at another position, but they don't get much reps at it. They just kind of stay on top of it by studying. Whereas Alex has had to do all three positions and has done a really good job with it. So I think his growth has been good. Probably the most important thing for Alex is that he stayed healthy all season, and knock on wood, hopefully that continues, because if it does, obviously he just gets better and better.
You guys drafted him for a reason, obviously. Were you seeing those things out of him last season that you expected to see or hoped to see once you drafted him?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I do. He's, he was a good player in college, as you all well know, and he was also a versatile player in college, which is what he's been for us. Sometimes you'll say they're versatile in college, and then they get to you, it's like, this is the one thing you give him. But Alex has remained that versatility in his play, and it's not just because of his athleticism, but it's also he's a very intelligent person, and football-wise in particular. And so he picks things up fast, and we've been pleased.